God. Hi everyone, Indiegogo funded brain surgery here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a review of this new Metro Boomin project, Heroes and Villains. Legendary hip-hop producer and trap sensei Metro Boomin, he is back. If you're unfamiliar with this man, he is the musical architect to some of the biggest rap mainstream hits over the past 10 years, and he's got a lot of success to celebrate at this point, as he did in 2018 when he dropped his first solo project, Not All Heroes Wear Capes, where he essentially played director, bringing some ambitious production to the table, and curating features from some of his most frequent and favorite collaborators from over the years. And it's pretty much the same deal on Heroes and Villains, even down to the superhero themes in the title, and in some transitional moments between the tracks. We have another nice, tight track list from Metro Boomin this time around too, at 14 songs, 45 minutes or so, in an era where artists just seem to bloat their projects out for no reason whatsoever. I love that Metro continues to show focus on his records, be it through a collab or an outing more like this. Though I do have to mention an issue right out of the gate here. There's a lot of real estate on this record given to Future, and especially 21 Savage. Now, am I surprised by this? Not particularly, because Metro has made some of his biggest cuts and hits over the years with these guys, but it's pretty clear on this project he wants to hang in his comfort zone, which I think does put some limitations on it, because at this point he has the potential to bring some pretty insane people onto this project, but again, it's mostly familiar faces over and over and over. But at least the musical presentation of this thing feels big. We have On Time, which I wouldn't say is the most cohesive intro track I've heard on a record this year, but it does bring a lot of impressive displays of vocals, strings, even Morgan Freeman is in the mix at one point. Kind of sounds like 2 or 3 very expensive movie trailers crashing into each other. What's more important is the first full-length song that the record flows into, featuring Future, Superhero, is great, with its grand and grim horn loops, woozy trap beats, and Future's intoxicating, auto-tune laced flow, just kind of putting me in a trance. Not a ton of variation of the track across its length, but it's really about the vibe. That's truly the draw of this one, and it is a dense and enchanting vibe. We'll also commend Metro on the outro on this song too. The vocal melodies and instrumental palette switch up is cool. It's a nice little epilogue to finish the song off with and give us kind of a breather before we hit the next track, and there's one of many moments like this throughout the LP. Like the touch Future brings at the end of the song Too Many Nights, which is primarily held by Don Toliver, who I think manages to come through with one of his better songs here. There are a lot of slick vocal licks across this very reverb-soaked track, but really what truly makes the song is the production. There are a lot of chill, groovy rhythms soundtracking this song, along with a lot of synth work that feels like it's straight out of the 80s. This track is very neon lights, Miami Nights, and humidity that you could cut with a knife. There's a similar mix of vibes coming off the other Don Toliver track on the record, though maybe not as potent. There are more highlights to come in the track list, though, like Umbrella featuring 21 Savage. Young Nudie is featured on the track as well, and I would say vibe-wise, this is nothing entirely new. It's just kind of another helping of that bare, dark, murderous vibe that 21 and Metro struck so well together on Savage Mode 1 and 2, but they do it very well once again here with some very heavy piano loops, 21 dropping bars like "put your name on the bullets while I'm filling them, all the ops scared cause we're killing them." And while Nudie isn't necessarily one of my favorites out there today, he does have a nice vocal contrast to what 21 brings to the table. Plus, if you love this track on the record, you will most likely enjoy Walk 'Em Down later on the album as well, where, you know, you're pretty much getting another hit of this same energy. But now we're getting some massive horn sections in the mix. Metro Spider features maybe the most solid solo performance on the entire project from Young Thug. The bells, the string beds, the epic piano arpeggios all give Thugger's melodic and rhythmic switch-ups a cinematic flair. He's melodically rapping across this track like a machine, a total monster, with no breaks, and it's just a tragic reminder of the life and talent that is being lost currently with him being locked up. The biggest hit potential on this album, I feel, comes by way of the song Creepin' featuring The Weeknd and 21 Savage, where we do have a fully fleshed out pop, rap, and R&B crossover with verses, choruses, the whole nine. The topic of the song being not wanting to know about your girl creeping and seeing other guys on the side because your heart can't take it. If she's going to do that sort of thing, keep it on the DL. It's a tragic little track, I suppose, and 21 Savage adds quite a bit to the themes of the song with his verse as well. And to continue the praise I have for this project, let me shout out the closer Feel the Fire, which not only switches things up with like a 3/4 or a 6/8 time signature, A$AP Rocky is sounding fantastic fantastic on the beat as well, with some cute and playful bars and wordplay. So this song does end things on kind of a warm note, on a positive note, but a hopeful and moving one as well, because Takeoff is featured on the track as well. His inclusion on the track is great, and obviously it's a powerful statement to have him finishing things up in a way. However, not every track on this project is a strong one, and many of the weakest moments on this thing come down to a single factor, honestly, and that's Travis Scott. To be honest, I think he is the weakest link in the chain as far as features go on this thing. On the track Niagara Falls, his choruses are on point, but his verses couldn't be more heartless and out to lunch. What is the point? He has similarly underwhelming performances on Raindrops as well as Trance. Thugger's appearance is great, but then there's Travis dropping bars like, "I'm cleaning shit out like a enema." Then Lock on Me, where Travis and Future are together, is just another instance of Metro digging himself deeper into this Travis hole and coming out with literally nothing to show for it. So yeah, there are some duds, but really it is like the lack of variety among the features that I think is kneecapping the full potential of this project, because when a cut on here does stick, it sticks hard, and the production is consistently quality. Really, Metro sticking to a lot of his familiar trap formulae, but elevating it a bit with some strings, horns, extra instrumentation, a sample or two. Also the outros on these tracks. So overall, I see this as a solid record, a very good, a very solid record from Metro. An improvement on his last one for sure. Hopefully with the next LP, he can get a bit more ambitious on the feature and songwriting end, because really everything else on this, as far as like quality, you know, the boxes are checked on this project, and I just think there's room for improvement, honestly, room for improvement and growth. I'm feeling a light to decent 7 on this one. Transition, have you given this record a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I review next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe, please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head, it's another video you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Metro Boomin, forever.